Why the global rise of shamanism? Signals a Golden Age is coming. An excerpt from Dakini Weaving, Keys to the Golden Age by Victoria Sinclair, Padma Kandro. Something is stirring. Across the planet, in cities, in forests, in living rooms and ceremonial spaces, millions of people are turning towards something ancient: shamanic circles, plant medicine ceremonies, soul retrieval, divination, drumming, breathwork, vision quests. The question is, why now? Is this spiritual tourism, a wellness trend, an Instagram aesthetic? Or is something far more profound taking place, a signal rising from the collective unconscious of humanity itself? How do we interpret this signal? Shamanism, in its truest, oldest form, is not a lifestyle choice. It is the technology of consciousness that our ancestors used to navigate beyond the visible world, to access information from the subtle realms, to communicate with the living intelligence of the cosmos itself. And right now, something in the collective human soul is reaching for it. In the book Dakini Weaving, Keys to the Golden Age, this global shamanic resurgence is understood not as a trend, but as a collective karmic signal, a sign that humanity, consciously or not, is beginning to loosen the grip of purely materialist reality. That we are, as a species, seeking a way out of the endless loop. The 3D world, with its cycles of consumption, disconnection, and suffering, is no longer enough. Something deeper is calling, and the very fact that so many are answering, that is the sign, the shift in consciousness. To enter a golden age, something fundamental must change, not just politically, not just economically, but perceptually. The shamanic worldview has always known what modern quantum physics is only beginning to confirm, that reality is not limited to what our 5 senses can detect, that there are realms, subtle, symbolic, alive with intelligence, beyond the gross material plane. Shamanism works with non-ordinary states of consciousness: trance, journeying, divination, dream states, plant medicines, breathwork. These are not escapes from reality, they are expansions of it. And as more people access these states, as more people begin to read the signs the universe is sending, to follow synchronicities, to feel the web of interconnection, something remarkable happens. The grip of conditioned samsara begins to loosen. The karma that keeps us cycling in suffering begins to unravel. We start to remember something we never truly forgot: that we are multidimensional beings, temporarily inhabiting a material form, and that reality is far, far vaster than we have been taught. What true shamanism is now, and this is important, Dakini Weaving does not romanticize shamanism. Because if this global resurgence is to genuinely serve the Golden Age, it must be approached with rigor, humility, and respect. True shamanism, rooted in its Siberian and Mongolian origins, echoed across every indigenous culture on Earth, is not a weekend workshop or a social media aesthetic. A true shaman is chosen by the spirits, not self-appointed. They undergo what is called shaman sickness, a life-threatening initiation, often involving profound physical, psychological, or emotional breakdown, that strips away everything ordinary until the person has no choice but to surrender to their role as a bridge between worlds. They do not promote themselves. They are recognized by their community, by their elders, by the spirits themselves, and crucially, they do not call themselves shamans. Their community does. This matters, because the widespread misuse of the term, the fast-tracking, the self-titling, the commodification of sacred practice, is not a sign of collective evolution. It can be a sign of ego wearing the costume of awakening. True awakening is humbling. It is arduous. And it asks everything of you. The rainbow tribe and the remembering. Ancient prophecies speak of what some call the rainbow tribe, souls from many lineages, Many past lives, many traditions, incarnating now at this precise moment in history, carrying gifts of multidimensional perception that were suppressed through colonization, persecution, and the long dominance of materialist paradigms. Many who feel called to shamanic work are not deluded. They are remembering past life knowledge, ancestral gifts, soul-level wisdom encoded in their very cells. The key, as the book Dakini Weaving makes clear, is to carry these gifts with impeccability, with humility, with proper study, proper lineage where possible, proper ethical grounding, to honor the indigenous traditions that held this knowledge through centuries of persecution, to move slowly, to let the community recognize you rather than proclaiming yourself, to understand that true shamanic gifts are revealed through service, not self-promotion. A transferable gift given by shamanic practices that equips us for a consciousness shift, divination, and the living cosmos. One of the most accessible and beautiful aspects of shamanic wisdom is divination, the art of reading the signs that the living cosmos is constantly sending us. The repeated numbers, the song that plays at exactly the right moment, the animal that appears at a threshold, the dream that won't leave you alone. When we begin to pay attention, when we respond to these signals rather than rationalizing them away, we send a message back to the intelligence of the universe. I am here. I am listening. I am ready. And the cosmos responds. This is not superstition. It is conscious participation in an interconnected reality, the very foundation of the shamanic worldview, and one of the keys that Dakini Weaving offers for stepping into a golden age. We are not passive observers of reality. We are co-creators of it. As we can see, there is a perfection in what is unfolding. The global rise of shamanism is not an accident. It is the collective unconscious of humanity beginning to stir, to remember, to reach for something real beneath the noise of the material world. It is a sign that we are approaching a threshold. And Dakini Weaving. Keys to the Golden Age is your map for crossing it, with wisdom, with integrity, and with the humility that true awakening always requires. The cosmos is speaking. Are you ready to listen? Get Dakini Weaving, Keys to the Golden Age. Link below. Join us at Dharma Stars for live teachings, panels, and transmissions.